If you have a job, a credit card, or you pay rent, listen carefully. Because this report affects you, even if you never follow economic news. The latest U.S. jobs report just dropped. And while the headlines sound calm, the real impact on your money is much bigger than most people realize. According to the latest employment situation report from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, released on December 16th, the American job market is sending a mixed signal, and that signal matters for millions of households. At first glance, everything looks stable, but under the surface, pressure is quietly building. Here are the key numbers. The unemployment rate is now 4.6%. That means roughly 7.8 million Americans are currently unemployed. In November, the economy added about 64,000 jobs, not a collapse, but also not a strong rebound. Average hourly earnings rose to about $36.86. That's a 3.5% increase compared to last year. None of these numbers sound shocking on their own, and that's exactly why this report is easy to ignore and dangerous to misunderstand. Because when job growth slows and unemployment stays elevated, everyday life quietly becomes more expensive. Here's how this hits real people. First, job security. Fewer new jobs means more competition. Hiring slows down. Job searches take longer. Second, wage pressure. Yes, wages are rising, but for many Americans, they are not rising fast enough to keep up with rent, insurance, groceries, and healthcare. And third, debt. When income growth slows, households rely more on credit cards to cover the gap. And with interest rates still high, that gap becomes extremely costly. Now let's break this down simply. Winners and losers. Winners first. Healthcare continues to add jobs. Construction also saw solid gains. These sectors remain relatively resilient. Now the losers. Transportation and warehousing lost jobs, especially delivery and courier positions. Federal government employment also declined again. Here's the translation. If you're job hunting right now, where you apply matters more than ever. Some sectors are still hiring, others are quietly shrinking. Now listen closely, because this is the part most headlines never explain. An unemployment rate of 4.6% does not automatically mean the economy is weak. But when job growth is slow and wages struggle to keep up with living costs, families feel squeezed, even if the economy looks fine on paper. That's why so many Americans feel broke, even when reports sound optimistic. It's not a contradiction, it's a disconnect. So what does this mean for you? If you carry credit card debt, high interest rates will hurt more if income growth slows. If you rent, slower job growth reduces bargaining power, even if rents remain high. If you're looking for work, focus on sectors that are still expanding, not the ones quietly cutting back. And most importantly, don't track the economy by headlines. Track it by cash flow. The U.S. job market is not collapsing, but it is cooling. And for millions of Americans, that cooling shows up as stress, debt, and uncertainty. So here's the question. Do you feel the job market getting tougher where you live? Comment yes or no, and tell us your state.